Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our group will be presenting about the high-performance liquid chromatography, which is the determinations of vanillin in alcohol extract by Hplc. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Shakira Zakia binti Ahmad, and I will present about the introductions of the determinations of vanillin in alcohol extract using the high-performance liquid chromatography (Hplc). For your information, Hplc is an analytical method used to separate the components of a mixture by utilizing the liquid mobile phase. And by using this technique, we can identify and quantify the components contained in the mixture. Plus, Hplc is a technique used to separate a wide variety of chemical mixture, including the non-volatile and thermally unstable compounds such as organic, inorganic, and natural polymers and more. So the next one is we go to the principle of Hplc, where the first one is the analyte will be injected through the injector to the top onto the top of the column, and then the separation will happen as the analyte and the mobile phase are pumped through the column. The detector also will detect the components present in the eluent coming from the column, and the recorder will result in peak of the component, and each peak represent each component, and this response of detector display called as chromatogram. For your information, Hplc was developed in the past 20 years, focusing on the quantifications of components in vanilla, not only for vanillin but also the other component. This study purpose is to determine the vanillin in the ethyl alcohol extract by using the Hplc technique. And vanillin will be separated by using the nucleoside C18 column, and water and methanol will be as the mobile phase. To identify the vanillin, the peak of maximum absorption will be observed and this value of peak will be compared with the specific UV spectrum of vanillin.
Assalamualaikum and hi. I'm Nur Amira binti Jafar, a second presenter that will talk about methodology. To begin with, the vanillin stock solution with 1 mg per milliliter was prepared in a mobile phase solution. Then, it was stored in the chamber bottle at 4 degrees Celsius. Next, it was diluted with acidified water methanol mobile phase with acidic pH range of 4.8 to 6.3. After that, we discovered that the retention time is quite short since it takes only 2.21 minutes. Besides, at the maximum absorption of vanillin, we determined that the wavelength is 231 nanometer. The P also was confirmed by doing comparison with its specified UV spectrum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amalia Safia binti Sulaiman. So in this video, I will be explaining on the result. So the first one, this will be the spectrum of vanillin diluted in a mobile phase of water methanol with a ratio of 40-60 and acidified pH of 4.8 to 6.3. From the spectrum, we can see that there are 4 peaks of pure vanillin, which the first peak is corresponds to the 204 nanometer, the second peak is corresponds to the 230.9 nanometer, the third peak is corresponds to the 279.3 nanometer, and the last one is 310.1 nanometer. From these peaks, we can know that the wavelength of maximum absorption is equal to the 230.9 nanometer, as it is the highest peak on this spectrum. From this table, we can know that different types of mobile phase will cause the value for a maximum wavelength that is considered most adequate for vanillin quantification to be different. Next, this will be the chromatogram of vanillin. As you can see on this chromatogram, the rotation time of vanillin is equal to the 2.175 minutes. Also, it shows that no interference or other compounds present in ethanol vanilla extracts was detected at the wavelength of 231 nanometer. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I am Nurfana. As for the discussion, This experiment found that the organic phase consists of water methanol with ratio 40-60. As the more suitable mobile phase, it was composed of 40% ultra pure water and 60% Hplc grade methanol. The spectrum of vanillin in water methanol solution showed that 231 nanometer as the wavelength of maximum adsorbance. The flow rate obtained was 1 ml per min. It means that the volume of mobile phase passing through the column in unit time is 1 ml per min. As referred to the chromatogram of vanillin, the amount of time required for the vanillin to travel between the injection port and its elution from the column is 2.175 minutes. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nofazihani binti Hassan, and now it's my turn to present the conclusion part. As conclusion, the method that was used to determine vanillin in vanilla essential oil, which is Hplc, managed to provide a good result. It also managed to obtain the objective, which was to develop a simple and rapid Hplc technique only for vanillin determination in ethyl alcohol extract of vanilla pods. In this study, the vanillin that was diluted in a mobile phase of water methanol 40 ratio of 60 and acidic pH of 4.8 until 6.3 has shown a value of 231 nanometer as the wavelength of maximum adsorption, while the retention time for vanillin was 2.21 minutes. This proved that this technique can be used by vanilla extract manufacturers and consumers.